On this collectible spot, we're going to be having a look at the McFarlane 3D movie posters. I had already done my review of the Nightmare on Elm Street, so for those who actually are not familiar with it, I hope you guys got a good idea. And if you guys want to find these guys now, unfortunately your only method, unless you can get like the Rocky Horror Picture Show, because I know at my Toys R Us, they can't sell the Rocky Horror Picture Show. It's not a bad poster for a really crappy movie, but the little harder one, the harder to find ones like the Friday the 13th here, the Nightmare on Elm Street. If you guys are looking to get these, I know somebody will ask me, hey, where do you get these guys from? Your best bet, and I always say this, is eBay. I don't know really what you'll pay for these, but I definitely think if it's between like a $20 to $35 price point, you definitely want to pick this up. I mean, great movie posters. I love them. I just wish there had been more of them. But continuing with my reviews of them today, we're going to be looking at the Friday the 13th. It's depicted as what we saw in the original movie poster. So we've got the silhouette of the killer. And then we've got within the killer's shape, a really manly shape if you ask me, but I digress. Inside you actually can see the counselors and the force backdrop here and everything else. And then on the bottom corner, I'm going to just pan down here, there's an actual movie poster of the Friday the 13th here, which is really nice. Always really like this poster from the Friday the 13th movie. On the side, we have the continuation of the Friday the 13th logo, as well as the poster and Jason's eye down there. It's you. And on the back, we've got a closer image of the movie poster, as well as down below we've got the poster that it was depicted from. What is nice with this poster that they didn't do in the Nightmare in the Friday, yeah, I was going to say Friday the 13th, in the Nightmare on Elm Street, there we go, is that they gave a little detailed summary of the movie itself. So it says Friday the 13th movie information released on May 9th, 1980. Friday the 13th had spawned 9 sequels. While the hockey masked Jason Voorhees had become a horror movie icon, it was in fact Jason's mother, Pamela Voorhees, who butchered the victims in the first Friday the 13th. I don't think I have to tell you guys that was a spoiler, because unless you guys have been caged up like animals, I'm pretty sure everybody knows by now that Pamela Voorhees was in fact the killer for the first movie. But there we have the packaging on the very nice 3D poster of Friday the 13th. What I'm going to do is, I'll move my camera first. Then what I'm going to do is I'll open this movie poster up and you guys can get a closer look at the actual sculpt. And here we have the Friday the 13th 3D poster out of its box. One thing I first want to point out is the one, and there was only a small problem that I had with the Nightmare on Elm Street set that I think this set improved on, and I love it, is the fact that it is a 3D poster of the movie, but they've also gone as far as to treat it as if it was a VHS tape. And I think you guys can get the feel for it. It actually says Friday the 13th down the bottom, and it's a thicker frame. The Nightmare on Elm Street was basically just a sculpted poster. I think had they done the same thing with the Nightmare on Elm Street, where they actually gave it a spine and wrote Friday the 13th down the side and treated it as if it was more a video cassette, I think it would have looked that much cooler. So I have to give added points for the Friday the 13th for doing that. It looks nice too, because not that anyone would display it like this, but I mean, if anybody had the movies all in a row and then you had the spines, you could just pull out the movie and then there would be the 3D poster for it. Not that anybody would do that, but I think it's a nice added touch that they've put it in a frame like that. As you can see, I think you guys can make it out there. There's all the camp counselors there with the cabin, and then you've got the woods scene, detailing on the trees and the grass, some leaves there. And then there's the moon in the background. A lot of detail put in it. They've also done a good job of putting the light outline on the character, which was predominant in the movie poster as well. On the top there, which I don't think I commented on in the in the Nightmare on Elm Street, but on the top they've got even the caption from the movie poster. It says, "They were warned, they were doomed, and on Friday the 13th nothing will save them." I also would like to point out that there's a nice bit of blood there dripping off the knife. The knife is also a 3D, stands out there, which I just really, really like these. Now, you're not going to get as much 3D effect from this poster just because of the way the initial poster was. Compare this to the Nightmare on Elm Street. The Nightmare on Elm Street, of course, is a lot more sculpted and there's a lot more standing out. This is actually more an inset sculpt, whereas the other one, was more sculpted on the outside. One other thing I like about this movie poster too is that they've treated it exactly like a movie poster. So you've got the full cast there, and there's Betsy Palmer and Adrienne King, Harry Crosby, and you've got even the copyright on Paramount Pictures Corporation as to when this movie was made. You've also got restricted, under 17, requires accompanying parent or adult guardian. So I think that's nice. The Nightmare on Elm Street actually did not do that. They just put McFarlane Studios along the bottom there. On the back, one thing that it didn't do that the Nightmare on Elm Street did was it still has the hook that you can hang it from the screw. It also does have the slots. The slots are still on the bottom of the movie poster. However, it doesn't give you the actual pieces that you can install there if you want to have this poster on a slant. I guess the reason for it is being that this is a 3D poster and it's got a wider spine than the other one. The idea is you can really, it takes no effort at all to stand this, and it's not going to fall or anything like that. So I guess that's the reason why they left it off. But there you go. There's the movie poster, the 3D movie poster of Friday the 13th. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And with that, I'll catch you guys later. See ya.